Jaya Govinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमः श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. So all the devotees are welcome for today's program on behalf of the devotees who are arranging this for all of us. So we thank all those devotees. And as our this session we discuss on Bhagavad Gita, and currently we are discussing from 10th chapter. And in continuation, today we will be discussing verse number 26 of 10th chapter. So we will Siddhanam Kapilo Munihi Mataji. Word meaning: Aswatthah, the banyan tree, Sarva Vrikshanam, of all trees, Deva Rishinam, of all the sages, amongst the demigods, Cha, and Naradaha, Narad, Gandharva Nam, of the citizens of the Gandharva planet, Chitraratha, Chitraratha, Siddhanam, of all those who are perfected, Kapila Muni, Kapila Muni. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: of all trees, I am the banyan tree, and of all the sages, among the demigods, I am Narada, of all Gandharvas, I am Chitraratha, and among perfected beings, I am the sage Kapila. Purport: the banyan tree, Aswatha, is one of the highest and most beautiful trees, and people in India often worship it as one of their daily morning rituals. Amongst the demigods, they also worship Narada, who is considered the greatest devotee in the universe. Thus, he is the representation of Krishna as a devotee. The Gandharva planet is filled with entities who sing beautifully, and among them, the best singer is Chitraratha. Amongst the perfect living entities, Kapila, the son of Devahuti, is a representative of Krishna. He is considered an incarnation of Krishna, and his philosophy is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Later on, another Kapila became famous became famous, but his philosophy was atheistic. Thus, there is a gulf of difference between them. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथानितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते सप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे Hare Krishna. I welcome all the devotees again for this today's Bhagavad Gita session. And I am grateful to the devotees who engaged me in this service. Though I am not qualified, I beg your blessings from all the Vaishnavas. So I will try to repeat what I am hearing from the Parampara and what Srila Prabhupada Prabhu has given us. So I will just try to repeat that only. Please forgive me for any shortcomings, and whatever is there, it is coming from the parampara. I will just try to repeat that and keep it open in between if the devotees, wherever the discussion is going on, and if they have some better understanding that where it can benefit all of us, so please let's add that. So ultimately, our purpose is not like I have to sit here and only I have to speak. It is like the message which we are receiving from Lord Shri Krishna through our parampara and Srila Prabhupada, it has to make some sense to us, and it should make that whatever out of this we can follow in our life. If we hear so much and if we are not trying to just think the way, like what is the meaning of this, like how I can apply this in my own life, because it was spoken by Lord to Arjuna 5,000 years back, that also in the battlefield. So it may be fitting like when the situation is like that, but in the most critical situation, Arjuna, when uh, the war was, means like the conches were blown and both the armies were in front of each other, and he stopped uh, and requested Lord Shri Krishna to speak to him this Bhagavad Gita. So Arjuna could understand the need of this the words which has come from the lotus mouth of Lord Shri Krishna in that situation. So if it works there, then it should work in all sort of our life, whatever the way we have the struggle in our life. It's supposed to work in all the circumstances in our life. This is Bhagavad Gita, and on 11th there was a advent of Bhagavad Gita, Gita Jayanti, and we all of us we must have heard about the glories of Bhagavad Gita, like how it is. Just I was hearing, so they said today's time the scientists, what they are giving us, like they can give us the best gadget, they can give us the iPhone and they, but with that they don't have the sense of like what is the use of this. They can give, but they will never tell what is the use, what way you can use it. The same way this human body is like a yantra rudhani maya. It is a yantra. It is given to us, but how to go with this, which is just a vehicle for the soul. So how to utilize this vehicle in the service of the Lord? So this is Bhagavad Gita is talking. So it is each and every word of this Bhagavad Gita, only 700 verses, where we see our Sanatana Dharma, we have the scriptures, where we cannot count even how many verses, how many scriptures, all are given just to understand our life and to follow it. But Lord Sri Krishna, if he spoken only this out of 700 verses, I think 584 verses are by Lord Sri Krishna. Uh, so these are like such a short Lord he spoke, and this can be elaborated when it is just understood by the in the parampara by the pure devotees. So this is not like the knowledge which by reading Bhagavad Gita we can gain, but it is like how much we surrender, how much we try to understand, how much we follow the parampara. Yes, deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha guru tasyate katithai artha prakasante mahatmana. Prakasante mahatmana. How it will happen? Yes, deve para bhakti. That bhakti which is given by the Lord and Guru, by the spiritual master what he gets. In each and every heart, this can be enlightened by their power. So we are not struggling like in a way to gain the knowledge out of the Bhagavad Gita, but by understanding the words of the Bhagavad Gita, to just pray to Lord, like how we can surrender and how we can get the mercy of His pure devotees. So this is for us. So this way only we can even little bit whatever it is, it can come by their mercy only. So today's this chapter, as after the ninth chapter, when Lord Sri Krishna he started this 10th chapter, so the ninth chapter it is the most confidential knowledge. After that also Lord Sri Krishna has not known like this is the most confidential knowledge, and then nothing is there. After that also in the first verse of this chapter, there Lord Sri Krishna told to Arjuna, the Supreme Personality of God has said, listen again. Means you already heard the ninth chapter, which is the most confidential knowledge, but still you have to hear more. And here, Lord, what is saying? O mighty armed Arjuna, because you are my dear friend, for your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. So if we gone through the ninth chapter, actually ninth chapter, everything Lord has given there, but still here Lord is giving this 10th chapter. So it means this is also we can say if the Lord is saying it is better than that what He is giving, and it includes everything what He given before. So here, uh, after the Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita, then Arjuna, when he heard those four verses from Lord, then he immediately accepted you are the Supreme Lord, and whatever you are telling to me, before that I heard from the other devotees, like he named them the Vyasadev, Asita, Devila, and Narada. He said they also spoken the same thing, and now you are saying so. I accepted you are the Supreme Lord. But after that, here, if we see how he is requesting the Lord after that, also he is requesting. So, the 16th verse, the translation is, please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all these worlds. So, he is saying you are pervading, but he is telling to the person, right? It's not telling directly to everywhere he is going, and he is saying, oh, the Lord is pervading here, he is there and he is there. He is talking personally to the Lord, and then he is telling you, tell me, you are in front of me, but how you pervade even in this, whatever you created, you pervade there also. So this I want to know from you. So for us as a devotee, it should be a clear, like Lord Sri Krishna in person, he is there in his abode, in the Golok Vrindavan. He expands himself, he expands in his Vishnu Avatara, he expands in a demigod, he expands in everywhere. Andantarastha Paramanusaya Antarastha. He is everywhere. So this is how Arjuna, for the people like us, like whom we will have so many questions in our mind. So Arjuna, as uh, a Parsada, as he is a pure devotee of the Lord, so he knows what the questions may come to the people in general. So everything he is including. His questions are our questions actually. So we should not think why Arjuna he spoke before, and then now again why he is getting the doubt. He is not getting doubt. He knows ourselves. He will get doubt. So after he accepted, but we may not even like we gone through the four Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita. How many of us, like after that, all doubts of our heart are gone? Maybe not, right? So this Arjuna knows he is asking the Lord like that. So here, after he his then only Lord started speaking about these opulences or about his devotees. So when he told in the 17th verse, say, O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you? This is purpose. How constantly I can think? Because I may be like sitting in the office, I may be traveling somewhere, I may be just stuck. I have a farmer, he is in his field, or wherever you are in your this material world, somewhere we will be. Being there also, how all the times I can remember you. So this is his question. So for that only, the Lord He is speaking these all the verses which we are now in continuation. He said, and how shall I know you? How I can remember you constantly, and how I shall know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered? Everything he asked, right? Our Supreme Personality of God. After that, then in the 19th chapter, verse, he said, the Supreme Personality of God had said, yes, I will tell you of my splendorous manifestations, but only of those which are prominent. O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless. So, Lord said, I can speak only few. Otherwise, nothing is out of the Lord, right? Everything is within Him only. Like this Kartik month, we were just worshipping Lord Damodar. So in his belly, the whole universe resides there. So nothing is out of him. So then he is telling, like, I will tell only few. And then Lord Shri Krishna, he started speaking, and then we are on today's verse. So here, as uh, Arjuna, his question is, so how you pervades everywhere. So for that, we can see the verse which is Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. Here it is a chapter where we have Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita. So there is a Chaturshloki Bhagavatam is also there, which is second canto, ninth chapter, and verse number 33 to 36. So we will see verse number 35, which is exactly about the Lord is telling there how he pervades everywhere. So by Srila Prabhupada purports, little bit we can understand exactly what Lord is saying, how he pervades or he expands even himself in a way like his energy only is working everywhere. Without his personal energy, nothing can move. So this verse is 2935. यथा महान्ति भूतानि भूतेषु उच्चावेष्वनु परवेष्टानि अपरवेष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेष्वहम्. O Brahma, please know that the universal element enter into the cosmos and at the same time do not enter into the cosmos. Similarly, namely earth, water, fire, air and ether all enter into the body of all manifested entities. Even as we say, our body is made of Panch Mahabhut, right? It is nothing that. So that is how Srila Prabhupada he is clearing that. He is saying the seas, mountains, aquatics, planets, uh, reptiles, birds, beasts, human beings, demigods, and everyone materially manifested. And at the same time, such elements are differently situated. In the developed stage of consciousness, the human being can study both psychological and physical science. But the basic principles of such sciences are nothing but the material element and nothing more. The body of the human being and the body of the mountain is also the bodies of the demigods, including Brahma. So, like that, Srila Prabhupada is continuing his purport, and then it is the very long purport it is. So where there is a verse coming Premanjali Suritu Bhakti Vilavachanina. After that, uh, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is telling, therefore, although he is present in every atom, the Supreme Personality of Godhead may not be visible to the dry speculators. Still, the mystery is unfolded. So, if the question is also there in our mind, but mystery will be always unfolded only if we are not trying in a way like a crying and the way the Acharya is teaching or really showing our devotion to him. So by there is no other way to understand even a single thing about the Lord. So dry speculator. Still the mystery is unfolded before the eyes of the pure devotees uh, because their eyes are anointed with love of Godhead, and this love of Godhead can be attained only by the practice of transcendental loving service of the Lord, and nothing else. The vision of the devotees is not ordinary. It is purified by the process of the devotional service. In other words, as the universal elements are both within and without, similarly, the Lord's name, form, quality, pastimes, enters, etc., as They are described in the revealed scriptures or as performed in the Vaikuntha lokas, far, far beyond the material cosmic manifestation, are factually being televised in the heart of the devotee. So we say that Nitya Leela Pravish. So there are all the times in the pastimes of the Lord. There are many, many such pastimes, especially of our six Goswamis and Parampara. So many devotees in Vrindavan. They used to talk one to one with the Lord. Every time they are talking. So this is how it will come. So here, because we are talking of these devotees of the Lord, so we should understand that these devotees, these are the Lord, like in Upanishad, this is mentioned Parasya Satyar Vividava Shruyate Swabhaviki Jnana Bala Kriyat. So the Lord's energies works in a way like these energies of the Lord are arranging everything for the Lord, and we may see the Lord, he is maybe playing his pastimes with his pure devotees, his not, but how everything is working. So his energies are in a way designed like they work Parasya Satyar Vividava Suyate Swabhaviki Jnana Bala and Kriya. All his pastimes, all the knowledge, everything is given, and Bala, whatever strength it is required to just manage everything for the Lord, all the energies they are working. The Lord has designed these energies in a way. Everything functions. So the people who doesn't know uh, the who are not practicing the devotional service, so these questions will be never answered. But if we practice the devotional service, then by the mercy of the Lord, slowly this understanding starts coming, and when we know more and more about the the loving relation of the Lord, and same time when we understand his opulences, then whatever is said in the scriptures or by the acharyas, each and every word will make sense to us. Otherwise, the questions will come more and more to us, and always we will be in a dilemma of like how this everything is happening. So because here we are talking of these opulences, so here you think means like here the Lord, if we see the today's verse, all the verses are talking in every verse, these continuation, Lord is saying about his some devotee, some opulence. So here he said, of all trees, I am the banyan tree. So here, actually banyan, it is a family like where it is a this banyan tree, and then there is a people, which is the sacred fix. So in this verse, actually when I was going through, so this is here the Lord is talking about the people tree. People, everybody knows. Yeah. So in north it is called people, and sacred fig. Even if you Google it, the leaf, by seeing the leaf itself, people. Now I believe it is everywhere in India. That so as in my village I have seen that this tree wherever it is worshipped, and we will understand about the quality of this tree. But here, other peoples, like who doesn't know this, so they say that how means like you are talking the tree also is God, this also God, that is also God. But like before that, that's why we gone through of that how the Lord is saying how He pervades, how He expands His energies in a way. So even in Vishnu Sahasranam, the very first name of the Lord is Vishnu, right? So from there, so Vishnu means like it is which is complete in all the aspects, and who is Daksha, who got inherent qualities, whatever we see in the Lord, and Kunti Maharani in her prayers, which is in first canto of chapter 8, in her prayers starts from verse number 18 to 43, I believe. So there, verse number 41, there she is just praying, Atha Vishwes Vishwatma Vishwa Murtes Swake Sume. So, Vishwa Murtes Swake Sume. what is that? Ishreha pasam idam chindi dridham panduso drishmishi. He's saying, because I'm attached, I'm a woman, I'm attached to my father's family, I'm attached to my husband's family. But she says three things there. Visvesu means you are the ease of the Visva. Visva Atma, you are the Atma of this universe, and Visva Murti, and you are the Visva. So three things, the three levels he is telling there. So Kunti Maharani, she Vishwa Atma. So she is telling you are Atma of this, but what happens to the people like we are conditioned. So for us, we are seeing the Vishwa, but we are not thinking of the Atma also, right? Like we are a soul in a body, so we think ourselves we are this body. We do everything for the body, right? By the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and the Parampara, we are trying now. But still, how much time we give for that? And if a small difficulty comes to the body, our whole focus goes to the body only. So she said it is a Vishwa Atma. So Vishwa Atma means the Brahmanda is pervading on him. But we are attached to the Brahmanda, not to the Lord. Like we are attached to this body, not to the soul. So we create the attachment. We are creating the attachment. The first attachment is with the body only. There should be mirror everywhere in the home, wherever you go, there should be, right? And all the times we are seeing that. And this is, but here the problem is that we create the attachment, but we cannot be detached from this by our own strength. This is the problem. Attachment are created by our own thoughts and that, but to detach from anything, it becomes a challenge. It's not by our own strength. So how we can get detached from that, we have to see. Then one is that we have the attachment, and with that the doubts, sansaya. It has come in Bhagavad Gita. Sansaya Atma Vinishyati. So until and unless we will be having the doubt, and it is said it is not that, because I believe none of us still we have directly seen the Lord, right? So the doubt, whatever theoretically or from the scriptures we are reading, we are trying, we are accepting, no, the deity is also the Lord, but still it is somehow, somewhere, the doubt will come in our mind. It is right what I am doing. Is Lord there even? So it's not that easy to just remove all the doubts. And here it is said the doubt also binds us. So how the doubts can be removed? So there is a verse in first canto, second chapter, and verse number 21. Vidyate hridaya grante siddhante sarva sansaya chiyanti chasya karmani drishtevatmanishwar. So by the practice of this, and by power of the Lord, vidyate hridaya grante siddhante sarva sansaya. All the doubts also will be removed from the heart if we follow this process. So this is Lord is going to do for that devotee who completely surrender, who accepts that I am completely unqualified by my own strength. I'm not going to understand anything, but I am surrendered to you. Then the Lord may start revealing Himself. This is only the way. Only the way. If the person whom we don't know, if he doesn't tell anything about him, what is the other way for us to know him? He should tell. And if you want to know something, like we see when some big people are coming, so the people they ask a very humble way, very polite way to tell even a small thing about you. So if he wants, he will tell. Otherwise, he may ignore your question, right? By he will laugh, or he will just change the topic and he will not tell. Depends to him. You want to tell or not. But for us, what is the way we can humbly go to him, and we want to know more about you, whatever we heard about you, and you please tell more. Like the people, they are very much like some people. They are behind the cricketers, so they want to know each and everything of them, right? Some are with the film stars, some with the politicians, and so many. So same way, if we want to know about the Lord, because of as the Lord is saying, He is the first person. So when He was there, nobody else was there. So if He is not telling, then who can tell about it? Right? So for us, when we are coming in a parampara, because the acharyas, nana shastra vicharane nipuno, sarva dharma संस्थापकौ लोकानां हितकारिणौ तिरुभुवने मान्यो शरण्या करो राधा कृष्ण पदार बिंद भजनानंदेन मत्तालिकौ वंदे रूप सनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्री जीव गोपाल. So the scriptures are the mind of the Lord, and these scriptures are revealed to the pure devotee. So for us, if we follow the parampara, so we get what is the mood of the Lord. So we discuss like just having the darshan of the lotus feet of our spiritual master, then Srila Prabhupada, then we open the altar, and for us this is how we prepare the offering to the Lord. So for us may not remember the Himalaya and that all. If the Lord in the form of the deity is in the home, then it is a complete, like He is there all the time with you. So it is how our mind all the times can be engaged in the service of the Lord or in the remembrance of the Lord. So we have to see that it will be different for the different devotees, right? It will be different. Like some devotees today morning or Basanta Prabhu is telling, like niyamita hai smarane na kala, right? There is no niyama, there is no time bound. Okay, any time you can chant his name. But for the Mangal Aarti there is a time, right? So different devotees, some devotees they say, no, if my chanting is done in the morning, I can do the Mangal Aarti little late, but I will do my chanting first. Depends. Some devotees, they in a time, if the Mangal Aarti is not done, they feel no, I have to do the Mangal. So it depends on that. But it's still like if we see Srila Prabhupada teaching, Srila Prabhupada said, never miss the Mangal Aarti at 4:30. So if this is repeated by Srila Prabhupada again and again, we can make a thought on that also. Can make a thought of if the Acharya, who is our Parampara Acharya, so if he told that, so if it is possible, we can make for that also. So it is all it is open. It is open to the devotee. So here again I will go through a little bit more on before directly talking of this today's uh, this verse. So like in Bhagavad Gita itself, when we are just growing chapter by chapter, so there are many kind of the devotional service is discussed already. Even in the ninth chapter, verse number 15. So there it is talked of like Ekatvena, Pratyatvena and Vishwapamukam. And we discussed on that. Then it is like the Guni Bhuta Bhakti means where we are completely Jnana Mishra Bhakti or Jnana Yoga or Karma Yoga. He is still attached to that also, but he knows that the pure devotion is top of this, but he could not still leave the Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga completely. So that devotee is called Pradhani Bhuta. This Pradhani means on the top, he is keeping the pure devotional service, but still he is following the Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga. So that is another. One is Guni Bhuta, one is a Pradhani Bhuta. Then there are Jnana Mishra, Karma Mishra. There is so many. If you go in a devotional service itself, there are then those varieties and varieties. With the minor difference here and there, this will make a new division. So we should even go through of that. Then there is a Ananya Bhakti, right? So there is Ananya Bhakti, or it is called sometimes Kevala Bhakti, or sometimes it is called Suddha Bhakti or Sakshat Bhakti. So that is the ultimate, which is these two chapters, these chapter talk, where in the ninth chapter, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paripasate, so Ananyas, or in a in a 930, ये अपि सुदुराचारो भजते माम अनन्य भाग. So they are ananya bhag without any other thing. So that pure devotion is also taught uh, in this one. Then what is like Guni Bhuta means who is controlled by the gunas. Then there is a Pradhani, his stage is different, still he is attached to others also, but he is on that. Like he is considering the pure devotion is on the top. Then there are pure devotees, but here in ninth chapter is talked about Ekatvena. Ekatvena means it is the term is given Ahangro Pasaka. Ahangro Pasaka means where he tells Lord Sri Krishna is me and me it is Krishna only. But in the sense of not like he is telling I am Krishna, but he is telling I am not different than the Krishna only. He is seeing everywhere Krishna, nothing else, right? And in that sense, he is telling I am Krishna only, or Krishna is me. There is no difference in a way. Means he make Hangre Pasak means Ekatwin. Ekatwin. He is considering one only with the Lord himself, and then he is practicing his devotional self. So this is still not a pure devotee, but it is a one stage where he is considering himself is a Angro Pasaka, means he is considering like he is one with the Lord. Then there is a Prasatvena. Prasatvena means like there it is like he is seeing the sun, or he is seeing the moon, or he is seeing Himalaya, or he is seeing anything, and then he is saying it is not Himalaya, or it is not a Surya, it is a Krishna himself. It is a Krishna himself. What is the difference between the demigod worshippers and what is the difference between the Pratatvena, or who is called this Pratipopasaka? This Pratatvena is the term is given Pratipopasaka. So this person is saying sun is not a demigod, like they say he is also one of the gods, sun is one of the gods, and the moon is also one of the gods, and like that they see. So that is the demigod worshippers, and within the sun is also God, moon is also God, and Krishna is also one of the gods. So they are the demigod worshippers, where they don't know the difference. Everything is for them equal. Sun is also same like Krishna, or any other demigod is also like same as Krishna, only no difference. But here this person, he knows only Krishna, and when he sees the sun, so he is attached to that sun, and he is telling it is not sun, it is Krishna. So he is a Prasapena or a Pratikopasaka. So there is a difference. There is a difference between the demigod worshippers and this person who sees that he sees everything as Krishna only, but somehow he is attached to either to the sun god, to the sun, to the Surya Narayan, or Chandra, or any other thing which he is seeing in front of him, but he is not seeing it is a Himalayan. He is seeing he is a Krishna. So this is that person. Then there is a Vishwaka Mukham, or which is then other term is Vishwarupa Upasana. So these opulences where we are seeing, so this will come under that person who's Vishwarupa Upasaka, because he is telling of all the trees, I am the banyan tree, right? So he is a Vishwarupa. He is seeing the banyan tree and he is seeing that, and then here Lord Krishna is telling of all so many opulences. So he is not fixed in one. Today we are reading about the banyan tree, then we are in the demigods, Narada Muni, then in the Gandharva, Chitraratha. and in the stages it is Lord Kapila. So everywhere Lord Shri Krishna. So it is Vishwarupa Upasana, right? It came in that category where everywhere we are accepting everything of what Lord is saying. But when Lord Shri Krishna he said of him like in Bhagavatam first canto chapter number 3 and verse number 28, 1 3 28. एते चांस कला पुंसा कृष्णस्तु भगवान स्वयं और ईश्वर परमः कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह और इन चतुर्श्लोकी भगवद गीता लॉर्ड श्री भगवान वाच एंड लॉर्ड इज टेलिंग that or in Chaturshloki Bhagavatam he is saying aham evasameva nanyat yasadas satparam paschadaham yad etasva yu avsese swasmeva. When there was nobody, then I was there. O Brahma, what you are seeing now, I am in front of you. When this my creation will be not there, still who will remain, that will be me. So that is Lord Shri Krishna. So here these are all in a many ways. It depends. These are all the stages, and one may be in one stage, another may be in another stage. Some are like who are completely means to surrender to the Lord, and purely they are serving only Lord Shri Krishna, and somehow or other, Srila Prabhupada, because of he knows that we are the jiva of this Kali Yuga, Prayan Alpayasa, we don't have the time. So what he said is from the beginning only he taught us to just spend your time on serving Lord Shri Krishna directly. Because if you take this path, Srila Prabhupada gave an example of elevator or the stairs. So he said, like if the elevator is there, why you are using the stairs? Because ultimately you want to go to the top floor. And if the elevator is giving you the facility, use that. And that is how Srila Prabhupada in all his teachings, he takes whatever the subject is there. From the first chapter, Srila Prabhupada started talking of the pure devotion about Lord Sri Krishna, and till and whatever the subject comes, Lord Sri Krishna relates that with Lord Sri Krishna, and which is true, because everything ultimately is like connected to the Lord. There is nothing which is not connected to him. So Srila Prabhupada he connects, and then he tells, okay, when you have the opportunity to serve the Lord directly, then you serve that. So for us here, still like if we are in a situation where we are like somehow not remembering the Lord directly, there is no opportunity at all. Whatever is in front of you, still you can think this is also the energy of the Lord. This is also His creation. So this is how here the Lord Shri Krishna or the Arjuna, he wants us. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. Right? I'm the taste of the water. Right? So anyone can tell what is the taste of the water? पानी का स्वाद कैसे होता है? Can anyone describe that? But Lord is saying, I am the taste of water. That is Lord, right? नींबू का स्वाद बाकी सब कुछ है. But the water which we cannot live without, Lord is saying, I am that taste. We cannot describe it. Right? Any devotee can describe the taste of the water. We drink the water, right? Every day. Every time we drink the water. The Lord is telling me, like I was just thinking, like you see the green, we go outside, you match any one tree or another tree, every green will be different. For us, everything is green, like blind. हमारे लिए सभी हरा है, लेकिन every green has some difference. If we see how the Lord's creation is, by seeing one thing, even we can hold our hand and we can surrender. So we still we have our own material mind, brain. Like we think, so I will research, and I will find, and I will do that. still, still we cannot reach anywhere. We cannot reach anywhere. If you see a very small thing, taste of water, think of what taste it is. So this is how the creation of the Lord. We have to surrender. We have to only. This is the thing. Now we will come to the today's verse where the Lord started with the uh, banyan tree. So banyan tree in 15th chapter, very first verse, there it comes like which is like upside down, and then there is like urdhvamulam, uh, urdhva adhomulam, right? Something like other saka. So the it is growing downwards, and the root are so it is coming from the Lord. Root is the Lord Shri Krishna, and this material world he considered which is just upside down. And that is what our Acharya they says. Whatever we see here is a reflection of the reality actually. We are in a reflected world actually, not in a real world. So there it is a banyan tree, the burger. It is called burger in Hindi. I don't know in other languages of south side or no. But in Hindi, Aswatha, one is a people and one is burger. Both are of one family. So here, as I was reading, so here it is talked about the people tree, right? So your place, some name will be there. You can see the sacred fifth. So some name will be in Tamil for that. So what is the quality of this? If Lord Sri Krishna is telling, I am this people tree. So, as Srila Prabhupada in his purport also mentioned here, it is worshipped by the people in India. That as I came from village, I saw there the people we worship that people tree, and wherever the people tree is there, the olden time the people of the village they will go and they will make something like for the sitting there around that with the stones they will build it, and they will make it a place of sitting there and spending time under the tree people tree. So this is seen in a village life. It is there. Even we used to walk to our village because we have a hills. Like so, when we comes from down and we climb the hill, and if the village is very far, so on the way there will be a people tree, and there will be definitely a place made for sitting there. So you take rest, and very soothing, like the this air, the wind will come from that tree. This so one is it is worshipped by the people. The second here which the quality is given is under this all the other trees will grow. Usually one tree if it is there like a call about the eucalyptus or some other like it will suck everything, right? But the this people tree has the quality even all other tree also will grow with that. It will not harm anything, do not harm any other plant also. If it is growing under it or surrounding it, it will not harm them. See the quality. So it is said, for this, the Lord is telling, this is my vibhuti, right? Because of, as under this, all the tree also will grow, like we get shelter in Sri Krishna. So this is one, Lord, he is telling it is my vibhuti. And the second quality of this tree is given. This is grown everywhere without putting the seed, right? If you experience in the village, even sometimes you can see on the wall of the house also that paper tree is coming out. Even in the roof, anywhere, even on the hard rock also, this paper tree will be coming out, and nobody plants it. So this is it grows everywhere without uh, putting the seed or planting it on the hill, on the wall of the house, roof, hard surface. So like Lord Sri Krishna can appear at any place. Similarly, the people grows everywhere. So that's why Lord is giving this is as his opulence. is vibhuti. The third, it is said, it cures many diseases. Cures many diseases. So by leaves and by the skin, many diseases are cured. Like Lord takes away all distress of his surrender devotees, similarly this tree also takes all diseases away. It has that quality. Then the fourth is like where it is an instruction for us means like if somebody across that, like where you have the paper tree nearby you, so cutting this tree is sinful as killing a Brahman. So this is like a caution for us. So if there is a tree, we should not cut because it is worshipped and it is Lord Himself because it has got those quality of the Lord. So we should not cut this. So this is described in Skanda Purana. Like giving trouble to Vaishnava, Lord Sri Krishna is unpleased. Similarly, cutting people tree is unpleasing to Lord. So this is one instruction out of the qualities also what we are discussing. Then the fifth one which is given here is we can chant sitting under this tree in Kartik Mahatmya. It is mentioned like Lord said to Satyabhama, if one cannot observe the Kartik Vrata, if somehow, for some reason, if it is not possible, and if there is no Vishnu temple nearby, so one can sit under this tree and chant the holy name. It got that potency, it got that power, because Lord is naming it, this is, and then the last, which I noted, not this is only the last, what I noted is like 24 hours this releases the oxygen level. Other plants like night time it is dangerous because of they release the different gases. But the people tree is which releases 24 hours oxygen only. So if you take rest under this any time, it is like a benefiting one. Then the second opulence Lord Shri Krishna told here is about Dev Rishi Ramcha Narada. So it was the last week. This week also in a Bhagavatam also we have the discussion of Narad Muni only. So there it is. He is now in a palace of Yudhishthira Maharaj. The chapter which we are continuing in Srimad Bhagavatam, and there now Yudhishthira Maharaj is taking instructions from Narad Muni. And today also here we are discussing about Narad. Last week we discussed something about Narad Muni. So here it is talked about Dev Rishi. So, why he is so important? By this word itself, we can understand Deva Rishi means Devata, actually, they are with some desires. All the demigods, even who is the king of the demigod? Indra. Indra is desireless. He has so many desires. Every time if he sees something is gone, he will do something. Yeah, he will disturb you. He will not allow you to complete your whatever you want to achieve. He will plan something. He will disturb. So the demigod, and why in our altar also we don't worship the demigods? We are not against the demigod. We know their service to the Lord, right? Everything they are doing for the Lord. Their services are there. But somehow or other, to teach us, Lord Sri Krishna kept some desires in their heart, right? The Indra is serving the Lord in all the time, and he is chastised all the times by Lord Sri Krishna. But they are doing the service. But if we follow them somehow or other, if that desire takes place in us also, so to just save us from that, we have the Lord and we have our parampara. Where our parampara, our devotees, they are not in any desire, right? So the demigods, we respect them and we knows their positions, and better than any other people who are the demigod worshippers, we respect and we knows their positions. And if we across somewhere the demigod temple, it is not like we will close our eyes or we will not consider their values of what they are doing in a service of the Lord. we can go down to them and we can ask, as they are serving the Lord, please give us also the strength so I can also serve the same which you are serving. So nothing wrong on it. But going to the demigods and asking, that is what our acharyas, they don't want us. They don't want us. Because we, as I said, we don't have time actually. In this Kali Yuga, anytime, anything, it is like a prayer and also. ततश्चानुदिनं धर्म सत्यम शौचम समादया कालेन बलिना राजन्नं क्षयति आयुर्बलम स्मृति. Every next day, tatascha anudinam. Anu means which is following the previous. That is called anu. Tatascha anudinam. Satyam, saucham, sama, daya, kalin balina rajan namshayati ayur balam smriti. It is 12th canto, 2nd chapter, first verse also. Right? 12 to 1. So very nice verse there which the Lord is describing there. So for us, our acharyas, they know in our situation, uh, nothing otherwise wrong to just even respect the demigods and everything. So Dev Rishi Bhutat Nirnam Pitranam Na Kinkaru Nayam Ranish Rajan Sarvatmana Yah Saranam Saranyam Gato Mukundam Parihartakat. So this is 11th canto, 5th chapter, verse number 41. We have depths of the Deva, Rishi, Bhut means of the Jivas, Bhut Apt means our relative, Naranam means of the humans, Pitranam. How many we can serve? How many we can serve? Are we that capable of serving everyone? How many demigods are there? Can we worship them? Can we serve them? Dev, then Rishi. We are talking about Dev Rishi Narada. So like that we have them. So we should understand here why we are talking about Narada, because he is a Deva Rishi. Although he is one of the demigod, in that here as he is kept in that stage, but he is a Rishi. He is not like the demigods where he is attached to anything. He is a pure devotee of the Lord. So for that only here we should surrender to Narada Muni, or we should learn from him like how he served the Lord. So if we follow Narada Muni, so all the desires from our heart also will be removed. We will gain that. So it is here. So Devta are interested in sense gratification, but Naradji is a Rishi between the demigods. Then the word Rishi. Rishi is coming. So Ra means is the sound. We cannot even speak one word. But they were the Rishi, means like Ra means by the sound vibration only. They passes this knowledge from one generation to next till the Vyasadeva he wrote all these scriptures. So that is the Rishi Tattva, right? That is what he. Then there are Brahma Rishi are there, Maharshi are there, then Dev Rishi are there, Raja Rishi are there. So they all have their own roles. But out of them, the highest are the Brahma Rishi, because of they meditate fully, they dedicate themselves, and whatever the Lord empowers them, then they passes this to the Deva Rishis, and these Deva Rishis come to the Raja Rishis, to the kings who are Raja Rishi, and that Raja Rishi, who is the Rishi in a form of the king, will teach the same thing to his kingdom. That was the system. And that's why everyone was getting this knowledge. So here it is Devarishi Narada, because of he is passing this to everywhere. He got the access to go either to the spiritual world, or he can present himself everywhere. The Lord has given him that power, right? So Brahmaji gave knowledge to Narada as he heard from Lord Shri Krishna. Naradji passed the same knowledge to Vyasadeva. So it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2nd, chapter 5. So Lord Naradji, very nice question there he is asking to Brahmaji. And for us, even which we are chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, this is also asked by Narad Muni only to Brahmaji in Kali Santran Upanishad, where he tells to Brahmaji, who is his father and guru, he goes and he said, I am seeing, oh, my father or guru, I am seeing in a coming time, in a Kali Yuga, all the jivas, they will be struggling. I'm seeing their unfortunate, the time, how they will struggle. So, feeling that compassion to us, he went to Brahmaji. Tell me how these people, because of they don't have life, they don't have the strength, they don't have ayur, balam, smriti, nothing is there. How they can be delivered? And Brahmaji was so pleased and he said, I'm very happy of this your question. So whoever will chant the name of the Lord, they will be delivered in Kali. And again he asked, Oh Brahmaji, there are so many names, so many mantras are there. Which mantra then? Then Lord Brahma, he said, Iti Sodasakam Nam Nam Kali Kalamase Nasanam Nataha Parkaropaya Sarva Vedesu Drishyate. He said, this 16th name, this is Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this also given to us by Naradji only. For us, he went to Brahmaji and he brought this mantra to us. So Narad he questioned to Brahmaji. So best among all the devas, so Devadi Dev, he is glorifying Brahmaji. This is the way I ask the questions, right? It is not like to check the knowledge of the person or in a rude way. This spiritual knowledge is not gained by any pride or anything. Until unless Tirunadapi Sunichen. By that only it will come. So he is telling, give me knowledge by which I may get convinced about the Supreme Tattva. Okay? So that who is the Supreme Lord? So who is holding the earth? His question is, who is holding the earth? How this world is created? Under whose control is this world? Then where this world is resting? So many questions. So means like a practical question. So everywhere we see these acharyas mercifully, they ask the questions for us. So we want to know everything, but we don't have the question even. We don't know properly how to question, how to ask someone. So they ask all this. So he asked that. Then he said, where from you get the knowledge? Then all the demigods, rishis are under your control. He's like that. He's telling this, right? Then he is telling, are you also under someone's control or you are independently supreme? This is what he is asking to Brahmaji. Are you yourself creator of all the jivas? Because you have performed severe penance, tapasya, so is there someone more powerful than you? Right? So his questions are in a way like Brahma will be happy or obliged to answer, right? Everywhere, wherever we see the acharyas, they becomes happy by the way you are asking the question. So it is not, it is said everywhere. Whatever the pure devotees speaks, they speaks based on the question asked to them. So they becomes happy. But there should be like how nicely Narad Muni he is asking here to his father Brahmaji. Brahmaji appreciated the questions and said, by your desire to know all this, I am remembering the qualities of Lord Shri Krishna. Okay. He is not telling, I have the power, I will tell. He's telling, I will speak Krishna. These are these on the Lord. Even single word you can understand their mood. So he is telling, I will tell the qualities of Lord Shri Krishna by Lord's power and will, like by the light of sun, moon, and stars gives light, right? By the sun's power only the moon and the stars they are eliminated. So he is telling, I do the secondary creation by the power of the Lord. He is only the engineer. So he is accepting that. Then he is saying, uh, I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Krishna by his illusory energy People think I am the creator. In all the Vedas, Lord Shri Krishna is glorified. Right? Vede Ramayane Chaiva Purane Bharate Tatha Adiva Ante Madhye Cha Hari Sarvatra Giyate. It is a very difficult, but everything is a glorification of the Lord, even though it is talking about how He created, how the people are doing, like whatever it is, ultimately the glory of the Lord who created. So this is like everywhere it is a glory of the Lord. So His whole creation is in His control. All the sacrifices are performed for His pleasure. One can count the atoms, but not can count His qualities. This is how it is in a very short way, because we have the limited time. I think our time is already over. I'll take only 5 minutes, because these two other personalities we will discuss, Kapil Muni and Chitraratha. So Chitraratha is one of the Gandharva. In the Gandharva Loka, it is said the Kashyapa Muni. It is mentioned in the Adi Parva of Mahabharata. Kashyapa Muni, he got his wife named Muni. She gave birth to 16 Gandharva, and among them, the Chitraratha was the 12th child. And Chitraratha is the only Gandharva who is not controlled by the lust. His senses are in his own control. His knowledge is not covered by the Kama, the Satru, which is, all we are controlled by that. But the Chitraratha only in the Gandharvas, he is the Gandharva who is, out of this. So Chitraratha got friendship with Arjuna. In Adi Parva of Mahabharata, it is mentioned where Pandavas by the order of Vyasadeva were proceeding to the Panchala Desh, and in the night crossing the Ganges by walk, their Chitraratha was doing water play, so with women, and he attacked the Pandavas. And when he saw the power of Arjuna, then he requested him, I want to be friendly with you. And that time he asked him to, he wanted to give, he said, I want to give you the Chaksusi Vidya, some Vidya he got, and giving this, I want Agneastra from you. So it will increase loving relation between us, Dadati Pratiganati, like that, then they become friends. So he was a friend of a pure devotee, Arjuna, and he was pure in himself. Then only he could come in a association of Arjuna. Otherwise, for everyone, it is not possible. Like they will get the association of pure devotee. So because of he himself was like that, then he became friend of Arjuna, and definitely he will become a devotee of the Lord when he will be associated with the pure devotees of the Lord. So this is in short about Chitraratha, which is glorified here. The Lord says, I am that. And then it is about Lord Kapila, which is given in third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam in a great detail about Lord Kapila. So Lord Kapila is one of the Satyaves avatar. So we have first manifestation of the Lord in the Avatara is Purusha Avatara, which are three: the Karanodakshai Vishnu or Mahavishnu. Then there is a Garbhodakshai Vishnu. There is a Kshirodakshai. From the Karanodakshai Vishnu, then he enters as a Garbhodakshai Vishnu. Then he expands himself in each and every atom as a Kshirodakshai Vishnu. This is there. Then there are a Leela Avatar. Then there are a Manvantar Avatar. Then there are a Yuga Avatar. Then there are a Satyaves Avatar. So these are the type of the Avatara. And some are like a Guna Avatara are only three: Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Purusha Avatara are three, or the Yuga Avatara are named, or Manvantar Avatar means 14 Manus, 14 incarnations. But where the Leela Avatara, it is said, as many bubbles in the water or in the sea, those many Leela Avataras of the Lords are there, because he comes in each and every species also, right? So this the Lord Kapila, he is the Satyaves avatar, but there are division in Satyaves avatar also. One is Bhagavat Avesh. So Bhagavat Avesh, only Lord Kapila and Lord Rishabdev, they comes to that category, and all other under the Satyaves avatar, they are called Vibhuti. And in these vibhutis, the first one is Sesnag, who is the bed of Lord Sri Krishna, he is the Sesnag. Then there is Anantadev, who is the Bhudharana Sakti. If you see this whole the universe is resting in the Ananta Ses. So he is the Bhudharana Sakti. The Sesnag is the Swasevana Sakti, means who is directly serving the Lord. So that is one of the Vibhuti. And then the Brahmaji, Srishti Sakti. Then Chatus Kumar, they are the Jnana Sakti. Then there is a Narad Muni, who is the Bhakti Sakti, we discussed today. Then the Prithu Maharaj is Palan Sakti. And Parasuram is Dushta Daman Sakti. So these all are the Satyaves Avtaras. Out of these two are very important, which is Lord Kapila and it is Lord Rishabdev, which are the Bhagavat Avesa. Avesa we know, like if there is a electricity passing on the wire, it is a electricity only. The complete electricity is in that wire, right? The same way, the Lord's all the energy, all the power is that always the Lord Himself is there indirectly. If we see that, so that is the meaning of that. This is the Kapila Muni, and I have noted something we could discuss. I will only focus on the last line of the purport, which is Srila Prabhupada. He did not miss it by telling about the glorifying Lord Kapila. Then he said here, later on, another Kapila became famous. So by Kapila Muni, we should understand there was a atheist Kapila, and there was a Kapila Muni, and there are three Sankhya. One Sankhya is in the Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, where Lord Sri Krishna, he started speaking from verse number 11. So this is the Sankhya given by Lord, where he says to Arjuna to come out of his that lamentation or sorrow. So he talks there clearly about the difference between the soul and the body. But Lord Kapila, which he is talking in the Srimad Bhagavatam, is different than what Lord Sri Krishna spoke in Bhagavad Gita. And then there is an atheist Kapila. And Srila Prabhupada, as an Acharya, he is cautioning us, there are two. So don't misunderstood or don't go beyond the Sankhya. If you want to try understand the Sankhya, either go to the Bhagavad Gita second chapter, learn that from what Lord Sri Krishna spoke, or go to the third canto where Lord Kapila spoke. So for that he told here, later on other Kapila became famous, but his philosophy was atheistic. Thus there is a gulf of difference between them. And here Srila Prabhupada, he wrote in short, but I will tell you very nice verse where Srila Prabhupada, he is stressed in this to save us from this wrong understanding of, if we think, okay, the Sankhya is given by Kapila, and if we start understanding from the atheistic Kapila, we will read somewhere. So for that, Srila Prabhupada already spoke in second chapter, verse number 39. I will only take on those lines, and how many places in that verse Srila Prabhupada is telling about this atheist Kapila. And that's why when I saw, because before he already elaborately cautions us. So Srila Prabhupada, he is writing, and analytically, this is the topic. Then and descriptive knowledge of the soul and the body from different angles of vision has been described as Sankhya. In terms of the Nirukti dictionary, this Sankhya has nothing to do with the Sankhya philosophy of atheist Kapila. Right? First time in this purpose, Srila Prabhupada is telling, it has nothing to do with the philosophy of the atheist Kapila. Long before the impostor Kapila's Sankhya, the Sankhya philosophy was expounded in the Srimad Bhagavatam by the true Lord. In this verse is the devotional service of the Lord, and the word Sankhya mentioned here has nothing to do with the atheistic Sankhya Yoga. Second time Prabhupada is telling, nothing to do with the atheistic Sankhya Yoga enunciated by this impostor Kapila. One should not therefore misunderstand that the Sankhya Yoga mentioned herein has any connection with the atheistic Sankhya. Nor did that philosophy have been influenced during this time, nor would Lord Krishna care to mention such godless philosophical speculations. The real Sankhya philosophy is described by Lord Kapila in the Srimad Bhagavatam, but even the Sankhya has nothing to do with the current topic. Here, Sankhya means an analytical description of the body of the Lord, body and the soul. Lord Krishna made an analytical description of the soul just to bring Arjuna to the point of Buddhi Yoga. And then again, Srila Prabhupada, of course, atheistic Sankhya yoga has nothing to do with Bhakti Yoga. Yet, the uh, unintelligent claim that the atheistic Sankhya Yoga is referred to in the Bhagavad Gita. Like that, that whole purpose, actually, Srila Prabhupada, he focused on cautioning us not to take that. And here in today's verse, Srila Prabhupada, just the last line he added that. So because we are short of time, I took little extra time also, I think. So I'm sorry for that. And I will stop here from my side. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, today we have many questions. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It's like there are so many information. We very well, but we do not consider that. That's lot of information. Out of that, just you mentioned for detachment. For detachment, yeah, we should meet the help of exalted devotees or the higher authority. The question probably is mind. For attraction, it is need not get any help. And so it is getting attracted on its own level. But for the detachment, why we change the help? Only the mind is doing the same job. But for the detachment, why we need the help? Why is the mind on its own is not able to and so why it is not able to do?
Cannot, yes.
Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada gave example of like if you are tied with a rope, so you cannot open yourself. So somebody is needed who is not tied, so he can come and he can open you. The same way, the person who is detached from this material world can only tell us how we can come out of that. Who ourselves are struggling in that struggle, it is not possible. So it is there is a very nice verse as you exactly asked that. I noted the verse, but because of the time somehow. I could not just take that. So it is Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, 22nd chapter, verse number 10. If someone can read that translation. So,
Person who has been covered by ignorance in standing knowledge is not capable of accepting his own spirituality. There must be some other personality who is actual or the actual source and can impart his knowledge to him.
so please read the purport for this. Srila Prabhupada definitely will be giving in detail in his purport. So the verse you got, so from that you can read further.
Thank you so much.
I'm
Regarding the banning tree, there are so many information which we don't know. So, report us now. Like the banning tree is growing like anywhere, like rock and soil and the wall, some of the walls also. When you compare with the system of this, which is all we will come, put it up, like any type of art, like Modava or any type of people, and
Oh, I wanted to know what is your view on moksha.
moksha. You want to know about the moksha?
Yeah, what is it?
What is it? Okay. Actually, in scriptures there are 5 types of the the moksha is talked about, but for the pure devotee, and what exactly for the soul, it is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. It is, I think, second canto, uh, chapter number 10, verse number 7, if I'm not wrong. Somewhere it is mentioned there, which is like for the soul, deliverance is like where we are engaged in our swarupa. Otherwise, what the other people they know our duty. This is one. Then there is a sarupya, means like they want to become like a lords. Their or sarupya, sayut, samipya means they want to always with the Lord and like that. But there, the moksha has actually in one way. See, up to the stage of the moksha, uh, what is for the Lord in that moksha? Are you thinking of the Lord when you are talking about the moksha?
I want to know the meaning of
No,
it.
no, yeah, what I am telling to tell you, until the moksha, we are concerned about ourselves only. But we are not thinking of serving the Lord. The moksha I want for myself because of I have a certain thoughts of like I want to come out of this material world, maybe of this difficulty. So I will get the moksha. So I will be positioned somewhere. But in that I don't have the thought of I am a servant of the Lord and I want to serve. But as a pure devotee, you will be given place in the Lord's abode, the same place, but same time, you will be given even your constitutional position as a servant of the Lord, and as a soul, we are always happy when we serve someone, right? In a family, if you have some responsibility, you when you fulfill your responsibility as a family member, whatever role you have, so if you are doing that perfectly, you are happy.
But that doesn't satisfy me.
Okay.
Like it is like if I do something for my family, I don't get to do
As you are a person, right? Like you are here, you want to talk. But whereas as only the soul and you have not given the body, you have not given the any facility where you even like your emotions you can share with that. There are so many souls they are merged in that Brahma Jyoti, but they are not even exchanging their thoughts with each other. You are just there. You are out of the difficulties, but you are not enjoying terms of it. If you are a child of your parents, so it is your duty to serve your parents. The same way, if the soul is a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, so this is the duty of the soul to serve Him, not to merge somewhere in His light, and then you are lost.
yeah, I get that.
Okay.
But again, I'm not God. I'm just it came from God and I'm happy.
Yeah, back to Him you will go as His servant. Because the Lord is telling all we have the Swarupa, we Jiva have the Swarupa in the spiritual world. So some are there the cows which are giving pleasure to the Lord, some are his sakhas, simply happy with the Lord, playing with him, doing that. So you want that or you want a Swarupa like where you are even you cannot speak, that is what I'm telling. Your soul without anything else. Correct.
Krishna Guru, thank you for enlightening my son and opportunity again to try to follow all these instructions. Thank you for the kind of so we will thank Prabhuji for chanting and loudly Hare Krishna Mahamanta. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama.